Hey, what's up, guys? This is Greg here, and welcome to the review of Cyberpunk 2077. I've been doing so much cryptocurrency videos, so it's refreshing and it's an adjustment to talk about something else. And I'm very familiar with it. I've been doing a lot of video games. Cyberpunk has been a great game. I finished it earlier this year, and I'm going to be sharing the setup that I use. I'm going to be sharing my review and the gameplay and my top tips. So stay tuned, like, subscribe if you enjoy this. I've been playing a lot of video games. I've been live streaming, but I haven't got a chance to do a review on Cyberpunk 2077. So we actually have it up on screen right now. And I'll just first talk about my setup that I've been playing it on. So I've been playing on Google Stadia. So for those of you who are not familiar with Google Stadia, it is Google's cloud gaming service. So just like you use Google Drive, they have the technology to play current generation video games like Cyberpunk on the cloud. So I actually purchased a M1 Mac Mini, which is Apple's new chips. So pretty powerful computer. And I signed up for Google Stadia. So yeah, you actually have to pay a fee for it. It's just like a subscription. And so I signed up for that. And then you have to purchase the Cyberpunk game. So the game, I think it was $670 Canadian. And at the time, I had a PlayStation 4 controller. It was a short wire, so it was kind of funny just thinking about how I was playing all those months with a wire controller. It was okay. I mean, I was playing it on a 4K TV. So this TV is hooked up to my M1 Mac, and it was playing on this wired PS4 controller. And as you can see, this is the game. It plays pretty well. I'm actually going to switch over to the controller. So let's just see how it moves. So yeah, you can see how the game plays, and it looks amazing. I mean, the graphics are really good. The gameplay it's been really good from start to finish. And this is a current generation game. There was a lot of talk about the bugs in this game, but I really didn't see too many bugs. And yeah, the weapons and everything was pretty good. So yeah, review of the game. I mean, you may have heard of the story before, but basically you start out as a nomad, and you're trying to work your way up in this cyberpunk city. I think it's called Night City, and you just try to work your way up and take down the Arasaka. That's the building that we're looking at, owned by a Japanese corporation. So on your way to killing bad guys and having adventures around the city, you you get into a lot of fights, you do a lot of driving, and yeah, it's set in this cyberpunk theme. So it's pretty cool, pretty futuristic, and yeah, it's pretty dark and moody, but I think it reflects kind of the maybe a possible future. So yeah, it's a different theme. I think it's appropriate for the times, and especially when we're dealing with a lot of technology these days, cryptocurrency. Yeah, so I've been happy with the setup, and it's really easy to live stream when you're using Google Stadia because it's owned by Google. So within Stadia, it's really easy to stream to YouTube. You don't have to worry about copyright or anything. I think Google has an agreement with the game publishers. So yeah, very easy to stream to it. I didn't have any bugs that you hear a lot about with Cyberpunk. Because it's in the cloud, I assume they always kept it up to date. Yeah, so it's been overall good experience, a good game, well worth the money. It kept me busy for a couple months. This is the first game I've actually finished. Yeah, the gameplay is smooth. It's a first-person game where you wander around the city. Actually, we can just jump into the game right now. I've got my Xbox S controller, so now I'm connected to the game wirelessly, which is nice. And just because I'm streaming, I'm using a different setup here. But yeah, I'm just gonna. This is actually near the end of the game, and yeah, I don't want to ruin the story for you, but at least you get a bit of a view. As you can see, you can see your different weapons, and yeah, it's if you played any shoot up games or Grand Theft Auto, you're going to be very familiar with this type of style game. The maps, this is Night City. Once you've got your quest or your mission, it's pretty easy to figure out what you got to do, where you got to go. I find the navigation on some video games, it can be very confusing, and I just get frustrated. But yeah, so you'll have to learn certain skills in this game to be successful. So let's move on to some of the tips. So yeah, you'll do some training at the game. You'll learn how to drive. You'll learn how to hack. So that's pretty cool. It's not just shooting people and hand-to-hand combat. You can also incorporate your hacking skills. You get different items like grenades. You can choose different weapons. So some of the tips to really getting past the hard parts here is to learn to switch guns and which guns are good for different situations. If you look over here, okay, I'm just going to full screen this so we can see it a bit better. Okay, so yeah, we're looking at the inventory. So these are our guns. So the best guns are, hey, excuse me. So you can only hold, I think, 2 or 3 guns at a time. Otherwise, you have to come to your inventory and select the guns. So different guns have different damage. So you can see the damage over there. So you definitely want to be aware of the powerful guns. So some guns are good at short range, like shotguns. You'll even get a hammer after you defeat the Sasquatch, one of the bosses. Then there's different guns like semi-automatics, which are pretty good. Like you can see the DPS 15 to 18. So that's a decent gun. And then you got the shotgun. This one has 141 DPS. And then you've got your sniper guns. So sniper guns can really help out with some of the stages over here. And yeah, my favorite gun, I think it's called the Widowmaker. And that really helped me get past through some of the people, the bosses in this game. Or maybe it's not the Widowmaker. I'm just trying to see if my favorite guns are here. But yeah, definitely try to maybe just Google search the most powerful guns. But yeah, maybe this is one of them, the sniper gun. Okay, so that's one skill. Definitely have good weapons. And if you use the L and right buttons, okay, I just want to show you on this controller here. Let's see if we can get back. That's the problem here. I'm streaming and I've got this controller. All right. So these buttons, so I got to go back to the game now. It can allow us to scroll through. So crafting, this is a very important skill for some stages. Sometimes you get the ability to craft things. It's like a 3D printer. So you can actually make weapons, you can make health packs, you can make grenades. And health packs are really important throughout the game. We'll go into the main screen. We'll just do a walkthrough of the main screen. But yeah, you can get ammo, you can create guns. So this is important to know how to do. You will have to come to your settings to craft. So this is really important for some stages. Another important thing to be aware of is the journal. So this is in the menu here, the journal. You can select your different missions. So I always stuck to the main jobs. I just wanted to finish the game. I didn't want to get lost in all these side missions. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you can also get upgrades to your body because you're kind of like a cyber machine. So you've got upgrades for your eyes, your hands, and so you can upgrade that by visiting the doctor called the Ripper Doc. So the Ripper Doc is your friend. So you can visit him in the city. Just go to the map and you gotta find him, and then yeah, you can upgrade you. So yeah, we're just in the middle of a story mode. Let's just see if we can get the menu on there, and I can help you out. Otherwise, yeah, I think that's good amount of tips that we've given so far. So this is Johnny, actually played by the famous actor Keanu Reeves. So he has a lot of screen time in this game. Okay, so his role is he ends up being like sharing the same body as you, and yeah, he kind of gives you tips and gets on your nerves. Okay, and then you get dialogue during the game that you can just answer. So we're just going through the story mode here. But yeah, basically you get a health bar, you get different choices. And these different choices are different decisions. And yeah, based on those decisions, it'll lead you down a different path in the storyline. Yeah. So other important skills you gotta figure out are how to drive, how to hack, like I mentioned, and yeah, just like most shooting games, you can zoom in with the sniper rifles, and yeah, that's it. So my final review of this game is that it's very satisfying to get to the end and fight your way through this gangster world and this ladder. Yeah, the gameplay, it's really good. It's a good mixture of everything, and it can get a bit dark at times and very difficult. But yeah, it's definitely a premium title, and on Google Stadia, it really showcased what this setup on Google Cloud is capable of. So yeah, just to recap, yeah, playing Cyberpunk on the M1 Mac with a Google Stadia subscription, it's a great way to get set up. If you do have a Xbox X or S controller or Xbox One, it works well with this. You just sync through Bluetooth, and yeah, you can connect it to your TV. Great gameplay. Very rarely did I have any lag, and the graphics are great. So yeah, This is the Cloud Gamer signing off. Hope you enjoyed the game review. And yeah, hopefully you can catch some of my live streams. I live streamed the beginning to the end of this game pretty much. So there's a lot to watch. That yeah, you can go back on the live streams, like, subscribe. I'm currently playing Marvel's Avengers on Stadia, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, the Viking game. So 2 current titles. So hopefully I'll do a review on those 2 titles after. So yeah, again, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you later. Bye.